Everything was fine until I noticed this. At first, everything felt normal. Not good, not bad, just normal. The kind of normal you stop noticing after a while. I woke up at the same time every day, made the same coffee, took the same route to work, came back to the same apartment. Nothing changed enough to matter. Nothing stood out long enough to remember. My days fit together so perfectly that they stopped feeling like separate days at all. When your life repeats itself long enough, you stop checking the details. You assume things stay where you left them. You assume routines don't break. That was my first mistake. Every morning, when I leave my apartment, I lock the door. I always lock the door. I check the handle. Once. Sometimes twice. That morning, I remember doing it. I remember the sound, the click. It's a small sound, but you notice it when you're listening for it. So when I came back that evening and saw the door wasn't locked, I stopped in the hallway. I didn't think danger. I didn't think someone was here. I just thought, that's strange. I went inside, put my keys down, took off my jacket. Everything looked the same. Nothing was missing. Nothing was moved. Nothing felt different enough to matter. The air felt the same. The rooms looked the same. Even the silence sounded familiar. So I told myself the easiest thing, that I had forgotten, that I was distracted, that it meant nothing. Most explanations work if you want them to. And I wanted this one to work. So, I let it. The next day, I locked the door again. This time, I made sure. I even stopped for a second and told myself, don't forget, you locked it. That night, when I came back, it was unlocked again. I didn't move right away. I just stood there, looking at it. Not scared, not angry. Just trying to understand how something so small could feel so wrong. I checked the lock. It worked perfectly. Inside, everything was normal, quiet, clean, untouched. No signs of anyone being there, no signs of anything happening at all. So I chose the explanation that required the least effort. I must be tired. I must be distracted. I must be imagining it. That explanation felt comfortable, and comfortable explanations are easy to live with. For a while. A few days later, I noticed something else. My chair in the kitchen. I don't usually move it. It stays under the table, always. That evening, it was slightly turned. Not much, just enough to notice. Just enough to make me stop and look at it longer than I should have. I tried to remember moving it. I couldn't. That didn't prove anything, but it didn't feel like nothing either. After that, I started noticing more things. The bathroom light I don't remember turning on. A cupboard door not fully closed. My shoes not exactly where I leave them. Small details, too small to prove anything, too frequent to ignore. I didn't tell anyone. How would that even sound? It's nothing, but it keeps happening. Nothing is the hardest thing to explain. So I started paying attention. Before leaving, I looked around. Before going to sleep, I checked the rooms. Everything always looked fine. That word started to feel strange. Fine. Almost normal. Almost. It's a small word, but once you notice it, it changes how everything else sounds. One night, I tried something. I left a cup in the sink. Not because I needed to, just to see. In the morning, it was in the dishwasher. Clean. To build a version of reality where this made sense. Stress, bad memory, being tired. The explanations were still there. They just didn't feel as strong anymore. I found the note on my desk, a small piece of paper with my handwriting. I recognized it immediately. It said, "You should lock the door better." I don't remember writing it. I don't remember thinking it. I don't remember leaving it there. That was new. I stood there, holding that note, and for the first time, I didn't try to explain it. Because nothing in my apartment was wrong. Nothing was broken. Nothing was missing. Nothing was clearly out of place. Everything still looked the way it always had. Almost normal. And that's what scared me. Not a noise. Not a shadow. Not the idea of someone else being there. Just the feeling that my life was continuing, with or without my awareness. My apartment was still there. My routine was still there. My things were still where they should be. All of it was almost normal. And I still don't know which part of that is worse.